I am sitting at the station in frustration and trepidation that I am late to my destination. Again, I need fortification to deal with the degradation of this kind of transportation where the air is full of perspiration and cell phone conversation, and I have the inclination that half the population should be in incarceration when every exclamation is an expletive. I do a silent invocation for salvation from this infiltration of abomination and intoxication. Forgive my exasperation, but I would love an explanation for your hesitation to understand my situation. In summation, I need a vacation.
Teen Jet Gem activism project focused on public transportation in Minneapolis and the Augsburg community. We identified the problem by showing that only 1 in 5 students use public transportation that go off campus. We did this by combining the results of an online survey which yielded 82 responses and during our tabling session in Christensen which yielded 121 responses. These results showed us that there was a problem with public transportation in the Augsburg community.
The best you ever had is just a memory, and those dreams when as daft as they seem, my love.
What do you think about public transportation?
I think it can be a good thing. Definitely cuts down on cars and just makes everything less crowded and not a whole lot of exhaust. It's kind of hard for people who are strapped for cash, though. Like, when I want to take the light rail, I have to, really, scourge around my room to find change and everything. But, oh well. What are you going to do?
How do you feel about the light rail?
It terrifies me, to be completely honest.
Why are you terrified by it?
Because I'm not completely sure how to use it, and I don't really know my way around the city. So, and I'm not from here, so using something like the light rail that I'm not used to, it really freaks me out.
Do you think that if you had resources available to you that showed you step by step how to do it, you would be more likely to use it?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I still have to use it anyways, but it's still, I'm just very nervous whenever I'm on there, especially if I have to go alone. So.
One of the biggest reasons people don't use public transportation at Augsburg College is because they're scared. As one online responder put it, I feel comfortable using it with people and during the daytime, but I would never go anywhere alone, and certainly never go alone at night. I will occasionally use the light rail after dark, no later than 10 p.m., but I will always do that with a group.
How many times do you ride the light rail a week or a month?
Probably twice a week, going downtown to the clubs.
Do you feel like it's more useful than driving? And
usually when we do take it, we're intoxicated, so it's safer for everybody.
I can agree on that.
Safety tips in case you are scared of riding the light rail. Traveling in the daytime, traveling in groups, and at nights, if you can't travel in the daytime or in groups, they have light rail security. They're in bright yellow vests, manning each station as well as on the train. The Department of Public Safety, the overseers of security here on the campus of Augsburg College, can bring you to and from the light rail to the Franklin station. The number 2 reason people are not inclined to use public transportation at Augsburg College is the fact that it is inconvenient. Another online responder said, "No, it is not easy to figure out routes, stops, and information, and help is not easily accessible." If you enter Christensen Center through the quad entrance, go right past the admissions office. You'll see a kiosk with schedules for every bus surrounding Augsburg College. You'll also see a map of where you can enter the bus. There's one at the corner of Orrin Gateway Center, one down at the corner of Jimmy John's, as well as one across the street from Devani's, right behind the Ed Saugestad ice rink.
All right, so about how often do you guys use public transportation?
I probably use it at least 5 to 6 times a week.
Very cool. How about you, Ted?
Maybe like once or twice, maybe 3 times a month.
Cool. So for what reasons do you use it?
I use it to go to and from work, and if I have to get anywhere really that's a longer distance than I can do on my bike, I'll probably use the bus. I've gone as far as like, what is it, St. Louis Park or something like that, further.
I mostly just use the light rail because I have a car, so I don't really need to use buses. But I use the light rail to go downtown sometimes if I'm going to an event and I don't want to park, especially like Twins games or concerts and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Cool. What's the best part about using public transportation?
It's really convenient, actually. You can get pretty much anywhere as long as you know how to use it. Knowing the connections is actually really nice, too. If you know the connection times, you'll know which bus you can get off on, what stop you get off on. As far as the light rail goes, it comes pretty frequently, and it goes straight into downtown, and from there, it's not a very big city, so you can pretty much walk anywhere.
According to our survey of over 200 Augsburg students, the third reason Augsburg College is not inclined to take public transportation is that they don't know how. If you take the walk past Taco Bell and continue towards the light rail station, towards the Franklin Avenue, you will arrive and be greeted by a kiosk prompting you for your payment. Change, cash, or credit is accepted, as you can see in this demonstration, and your ticket will be printed out at the bottom of the terminal. This all-in-one informational map is a tool used by Metro Transit to reduce uncertainty. If you are confused, overwhelmed, or scared as to any of the steps going into the light rail, such as where to go, when the next train is coming, or where the stops are, this is what you need. If you feel more background research is necessary before you catch one of the bus stops surrounding Augsburg College or make your trek down to the Franklin Avenue Light Rail Station, whether it be driven by DPS, walking, or parking and riding, you can visit metrotransit.org, seen here. It gives you a full list of light rail and bus stop times, bus stops, light rail stops, nice ride bikes that just got put onto Augsburg College's campus over by the Ed Saugestad Ice Arena, and anything else you may need to know. Google Maps is another great resource to take the public transportation in Minneapolis. All you need to do is use Google Maps as you would generally use it, typing in where you are and where you're going, and it will show you a public transportation route in your area and the quickest way to get there. Another reason the Augsburg College community is not inclined to take public transportation is that it is said to be too expensive in the research we found.
What's the best part about public transportation?
The best part of public transportation, I would have to say, is that it's really inexpensive, and like even if you can scrounge up a little change, you can use it as opposed to filling up a gas tank that's $60. So it's really cheap, and like Ben said, it's mostly easy to use, except for the bus schedule can get complicated. But that's
sure.
Yeah.
Hello. Do you use public transportation?
Yes, I do. Probably once or twice a week.
What do you think about it?
I think it's great. I think it gets the job done. I think it's the right amount of money. I think they've got a great thing going for them.
Do you think that it's more expensive than having to pay for gas with a car or paying for maintenance and insurance and all of that?
Depends on how much you use it. I know passes can be pretty cheap if you have to use it every day, so I think that's a good deal. And not paying for gas and insurance is also nice. So I think it's financially better.
One online responder said bus passes are way expensive and not very reachable. The Augsburg Enrollment Center, with their $150 per semester pass, makes it very inexpensive to ride the public transportation. Doing the math with my sparkling Augsburg College education, I can tell that is roughly $800 to $1,500 every semester to maintain a car, and that is without everyday maintenance, oil changes, perhaps damage from a crash. The environmental benefits are huge as well. Carpooling is known as a great way to save gas and save the environment, but buses are an even better way. You can fit 40 to 50 people on a bus, and on a light rail it's even more. So remember, if you're like many Augsburg College students, and you may be scared to ride the light rail or bus, remember that the men in bright yellow coats on the platform and on the train are there to help you. The security will keep you safe. Department of Public Safety is also there to assist you in your public transportation needs to get you to and from the light rail. If you think it's inconvenient, remember to do your research. Schedules, maps, and the fact that public transportation and MnDOT have frequent stops all over Minneapolis dispel this myth. If you don't know how to use public transportation, remember to go to metrotransit.org. You'll find all your information on bus times and bus stops, as well as light rail stops. all over the internet. You can go to googlemaps.com in order to find your most frequent stops and how to get to the place you need to go just by using the regular Google Map edition. You may think it's expensive, but look at the deals you're getting through Augsburg College. A $150 per semester pass is cheap, and it costs a lot less than the $800 to $1,500 you would be spending on a car.
I guess I use public transportation because I don't have a car, it's cheap, gets me everywhere I need to go, and it's always an adventure. Like, the people riding the light rail or the buses, always really interesting people.
I think if Minneapolis wants to grow, it needs some sort of public transit system, like a metro in France.
I use public transportation quite often. I do have a car, but the price of gas is getting pretty expensive now, at $3.60 a gallon. And I take the light rail downtown. I take it to the Mall of America. I use it to go to the airport. I use the public transportation to get over North Minneapolis. I take the 5, the 22, 7. Yeah.